You know, seeing the look on the bride's face when she first sees the room or I first give her her bouquet, that's what it's all about. I love serving people, and I love providing something that maybe they thought they could never have. A lot of the way we design and the vision that we try and create for any bride on any budget is just one that is an entire atmosphere, so that when everybody walks in, their breath is just taken away. That just is priceless. I love just working with people and creating. God created me to design, and I love designing. You know, a lot of people will say it's all in the details, but for us it really is. We pay attention to things that most people don't even care about, but for us it's the excellence that goes into what we do. We don't want to do anything halfway. We want to make sure that however we've done it our best, because the little things are what matter. It's what makes the event big in the end. The excellence in the details is what makes us different.
My name is Ashley Joins, and I was a bride who hired MerryMe Events for our wedding. MerryMe Events is an incredible team that made my wedding flawless. From the beginning, I'd given Cher 2 colors that I wanted to go with, and I presented her with those colors, my ideas, and everything that I'd given her, she understood. She was creative with it, and she made it even better than I had expected. The day of the wedding, I walked into the tent and I was blown away. I think my arms even went up into the air, and I was like, this is crazy. The little touches that Cher and her team do made my event, one to remember.
So from the time you first contact us, whether it be a phone call or an email, we want to respond and we want to get to know you. We want to sit down and meet. And your first meeting is with me. We sit down and talk about what you want your event to look like, what is your vision, what are your goals, what's most important to you, and we just kind of go from there.
I'm Amy Hill. I got married in October, and we worked with MerryMe to help plan our wedding. From the initial meeting with Cher, the questions that she asked, she really wanted to get to know myself and my fiance, what our personalities were like. So it really wasn't just kind of the generic process of, here's what we can do for you, here are some referrals, that she really took the time to get to know us and really captured the vision that we were going for.
From that point on, I oversee the event from start to finish. I'm involved in every detail. However, I've got a great team that supports me. Rochelle will then take care of the details of the timelines, any kind of catering, menus, photography, scheduling, all of those details. I then focus on the design, and that's where Chanel comes alongside of me. Once we meet, we start to plan towards a design meeting. So in that, we create centerpieces. After we've gotten to know you a little bit, we want to share what we're thinking so that there is a no surprise approach.
On your wedding day, the last thing you want to worry about is your centerpieces. Yes, you want them to look fabulous, which they will, but you don't want to worry about, oh, are those the tulips I picked out, or is that the peony color? So the design demo really provides that reassurance that it's going to be what you've asked for.
You come to our office, we'll show you the linens that we think are going to work best on many different price levels. We'll show you some of the statement pieces we like, some of the centerpieces, but those little details of how you want the place setting and how is the favor going to be displayed. We want to go over all those details with you in that design meeting. From there, you'll meet with us all along the process, whether it be a year out of planning or down to the last couple months. We're going to touch base with you. We're going to check in and make sure you're hitting all the things on your to-do list and keeping you right on track.
I didn't have to worry about a thing. As a mother of a bride, I'm hoping that I can plan more parties, and I would use them in a heartbeat. My name's Patty Walls. Our daughter Kelsey got married last June. She was a 4-H'er. And so was her husband, and they decided they wanted to have their wedding out of the 4-H fairgrounds. So the only place that we could have was this huge pole barn. And I remember walking in thinking, oh my God, I can't do this alone. So I called Cher at MerryMe Events, and we met out there on one rainy afternoon, so it was at its worst. She walked in and took any kind of panic out of my system immediately and said, oh, this is nothing. We can make this beautiful. And we ran with it. We never had a glitch in the entire planning process. There was never a glitch the night of the wedding. I felt like I was treated like the bride because there were so many little things that you worry about when you plan a party by yourself. And I didn't have to worry about anything because Cher's staff took care of everything. It was beautiful. Everything was taken care of.
We're going to bring everything together for you, create the production schedule, which just lines up all of the vendors and timing of everything. We're going to create a timeline so that you know what to expect the day of, so that everybody is working together to make your event produce just as successfully as possible.
My name is Ned Swanson from Pro Show. We're a DJ and lighting company. Working with MerryMe is excellent. It's worry-free. It's knowing that when the bride and groom gets off the limo, that I know that they have had a stress-free experience at the ceremony, that they weren't late, that the flowers were there. All of the potential detractors, that's definitely critical.
Believe it or not, I've been doing this for 17 years. I've worked with hundreds of brides, and it's just not getting old. MerryMe started 7 years ago, and I feel like we're just getting started. You know, we don't measure success by how many events we do in a year or how big the company keeps growing. The success is measured by the smiles on everybody's face that we get to work with. And at the end of the day, if they were pleased with what we did, then our job was accomplished.